Hey everyone, I'm Minivan Lee, and I live in a minivan. It's a no build out minivan. Yeah, I just got some drawers and things like that. Yeah, and I've been doing this for 8 years. I'm sort of an expert, right, on minivans. But I also wrote the book, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee Way, and it's for all sizes, SUVs, ProMasters, yeah, things like that. Econoline build-out vans. So, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee Way. I want you to watch this all the way through. I want you to subscribe. I want you to leave me a comment, even if it's just an emoji, okay, or a little heart. Okay, let's go. Guten Morgen. High five. Yeah, let me open my eyes here. 6 o'clock in the morning. I found an article from vanlifefreedom.com. And they are talking about how van life is growing fast. It is. It's growing fast. Did you know that? Let's talk van life this morning, okay? Now, here are some stats I want to give you. In the U.S., over 3 million people live in vans, RVs, or converted vehicles. Full time. Over 3 million. Okay, there'll be a test, so take notes, okay? Searches for van life on Google have increased 312% in the past 5 years. 5 years, okay? And van life has over 14 million posts on Instagram showing the massive community behind the lifestyle, okay? Van life is growing fast, according to vanlifefreedom.com. Okay, so who's living the van life? The average full-time van lifer, according to them, is between 25 and 44 years old. I found that a little surprising, with a growing number of retirees joining the movement. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if I agree with that. 52% of van lifers travel solo. Let me move this over here. While 48% live the lifestyle as a couple or a family. 48% live as a couple or a family? Well, I don't know. They included family in there, but there's not that many. That's my humble opinion, okay? And women make up about 60% of solo van lifers. That's true. Showing that the lifestyle is empowering more female travelers. We're empowered. Did you know that? Okay. What does van life really cost? Okay. The average monthly cost for full-time van life is $800 to $2,500. That seems right to me. Now, they did say the average cost can be $800. Now, I don't know what they put in here for cost. I really don't. Because for me, when they say the van life cost, is that repairs and RV, parking spaces, parks? I mean, is that? Or are they also including food? When I say my expenses, I also include food. And I include my water. And I include things that are necessary, like, the paper. That's messy. The paper towels. And, like the stuff that I need to cook. Because van life is different. It's not like I can walk over to a stove and just turn on the stove. I can't do that. Okay. Now, buying and converting a fan can cost anywhere from $5,000, that's a DIY, to $100,000. Those are luxury builds. Some can even cost as little as a couple thousand if you have access to plenty of reclaimable items. Well, yeah. Mine cost a whole lot less. So let me know in comments, if you're a nomad, what it costs for you. What does that cost as a nomad? And I would say include food. What do you spend per month in van life? That includes everything. That includes gas, things like that. For gasoline, I am serious. I don't even spend $100 a month in gasoline. I really don't. I'm spending more in Tucson than in Flagstaff because Flagstaff, in reality, Flagstaff is only 5 miles across on like Route 66. Yeah, it's 5 miles from one end to the other. 5 miles. There's only 300,000 residents there that live there full time. But in Tucson, it's over 1 million. We're spread out. Oh yeah. So for me, it has doubled, maybe even tripled. But I still don't spend $100 yet living in Tucson. And I've been here, about 5 weeks? Yeah. So yeah, these are stats according to Van Life Freedom. Now here's the hidden side, according to them, of van life. 70% van lifers say finding free and legal parking is their biggest challenge. Yeah. Apps like Park for the Night it's called Park for Night. There's a 4 on it. Park for Night have made this easier, however, with the rise in popularity of van life. Good spots are becoming harder to find. Yeah. And 1 in 3 van lifers say that they underestimated the cost of repairs and maintenance. It's always worth putting some money aside for this if you can. And over 40% of van dwellers use gyms. Oh yeah, this is true. Use gyms, community centers, and campsites for showering and hygiene. Well, of course. There you go. Now, let's talk about that Park for Night app. I did download it. I wanted to look at it. And I'll leave the name here. Park for Night. There's a monthly subscription of $1.99 a month, no big deal. And then there's an annual subscription every year of $9.99. So I did look at it. There are a lot of RV parks included in here, the RV parks where you pay. There is some BLM land, okay? And I looked on those. I did look in the Tucson area. There are some BLM area lands, BLM lands, yeah. Bureau of Land Management, right? And I looked at them, and I have been to a couple of them. And I did look at Snyder Hill again. That was always the big one, Snyder Hill. It's just right outside southwest. It's right outside of Tucson. So you don't have to drive very far to get back in town. And I looked, and it appears to be open. The last time I was there, they had it all fenced off. But I did read some of the reviews. There's a lot of homeless out there. They're out there too. And they're leaving trash, as usual. Yeah, leaving trash out there. So I was wondering if that wasn't the reason that they kind of closed it off the first time. But yeah, I stayed out there for about a week. I stayed out there when I was traveling with Paul. It was very dusty, and there were a lot of undesirable looking people. We kept, in all seriousness, we kept our firearms close. We just did, because you just didn't know, what they were up to. And they can come upon you very quickly. So yeah, we were on guard, and so was Abby. Okay, so this is the Park for Night. Now, also, why people choose van life. Okay, 86% of van lifers say they chose this lifestyle for the freedom to travel. 67% say they were tired of paying high rent and mortgages. Yeah. This is becoming increasingly common in places like the UK, where there is also a housing shortage. And 90% report feeling happier and less stressed after transitioning to van life. Oh, isn't that the truth? Yeah. Well, I'm also going to talk about this afternoon. I'm going to continue with this discussion. Because after I read this, I thought, well, isn't that special? That is just so special. Then I did some more research, and I looked up who runs a lot of these van life freedom, like those sites. And a lot of them are run by conversion companies, travel brands, digital nomad advertisers, solar vendors, and remote worker newsletters. Because the way that I looked at this, well, I'll talk about this afternoon. The way I looked at this is it didn't seem reality to me. So, I thought, well, this is just so special, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, let's talk reality this afternoon on what's going on. I'm not saying this is totally false, but they certainly are sugarcoating everything here, because I don't believe that's true. That's not really true, especially when they say that the bulk of van dwellers are younger. No, I don't believe so. I think a lot of them are older. Now, we are getting more younger people, but I'm going to wait for this afternoon. Let's discuss this further on what's really going on out here in van life freedom. Okay. So go last night. Go look at yesterday's video. Both of them, morning and afternoon. They're both really, really good. Okay, and leave a comment and give me a hype. It's down there. Some of you say, oh, I don't know, what does that mean? A hype is when you're giving a star, a like, but it's different. I don't know. But give me a hype, okay? I need to be hyped up. I'm gonna get hyped up, right? This is usually how I get hyped up, with my coffee. And I've got the book, How to Live in a Minivan, The Minivan Leeway. This is the real deal. This is what really is going on, and this is what really is going to help you. Yeah. Because most of us aren't spending $100,000 on a build-out, a conversion. No. We're spending maybe $500, because a lot of us have to do it. Okay. I will see you this afternoon, okay? I love you guys. Mwah.